Hey guys, Kevin Cage back with some more Ripple XRP news. This is going to be a jam-packed video full of information from a variety of topics, but this is all recent news. So to kick things off, we got Stephen Bull from the DIP, DIP SANH. So payments are broken nowadays, but this is going to change. It's a tremendous opportunity to solve with digital assets and blockchain. David Schwartz from Ripple, June 2019. David Schwartz is the CTO at Ripple, also the XRP ledger architect. And basically, to summarize, he's emphasizing that all large companies, Uber, Amazon, all of these large companies today make thousands, hundreds of thousands of small payments on a daily basis. And they need a reliable and efficient payments. Is reliable as sending an email. Employing hundreds of people right now in their payment division alone. They have huge departments and divisions where they're, hiring engineers that set up all of this infrastructure, and this can be very costly. Now, the modern day payment infrastructure, it's broken, and someone is going to solve this problem. And XRP, he believes, will be a key component in this revolution as well. The digital asset XRP and the blockchain, and ideally, he wants, XRP ledger to be a central part in this revolution. So very cool, very insightful, and it's always great to hear. So thank you for sharing that. Next up, shared by Matt at Matthew Linney. So, Bank of International Settlements enabling the digital economy. And this is a pretty cool read, and you can check it out right here. And this was, again, June of 2019. And just to summarize, in collaboration with payment service providers, financial technology companies, fintechs like Ripple, cough, cough, have designed innovative products and services to promote digital savings, lending, and investments to unbanked customers at affordable costs. Some of these products and services include online payment platforms, mobile banking services like MoneyTap, quick response codes, money transfer services, deployment of point-of-sale devices, etc. So again, guys, this is where blockchain can really revolutionize everything, and this is further validation of the BIS enabling the digital economy and looking at one of the many, many ways. There's a plethora of ways on how this is going to revolutionize the world of finance. All right. Another one shared by Matthew Linney, Matt on Twitter. So enterprise blockchain firm R3 eyes an initial public offering. And really quick right here, enterprise blockchain technology firm R3 is reportedly considering to launch an initial public offering, initial according to Bloomberg. And so let's check the article out briefly. So R3, and again, reported considering to launch an IPO, citing sources with knowledge. Let's see, R3's founder and CEO David Rudder and investors will decide the course, but by far no final decisions have been made yet. But remember, when these companies go public, this will increase their market cap, increase the capital that they have to spend and invest and reinvest and grow as an organization by millions. These guys are tightly connected. So again, here's the quote, "We're not surprised about the speculation given the success of Corda, their open source blockchain platform, and XRP is the first settlement mechanism." I feel like I say that every single video, but I repeat it for the newcomers. But an IPO is not a path we're pursuing at this time. Our mission from the start was to deliver a blockchain solution for the widest possible business community. Healthcare, real estate, supply chain management. And any decision we make will have that goal in mind. Okay, so that is a very professional quote. It's ambiguous, and that's, pretty much the expected answer you to get. But again, speculations about the consortium, R3, with over 200 members, including Intel, Wells Fargo, Microsoft Corp, have recently surfaced, with reports implying R3 was on the verge of bankruptcy. However, financial documents released by the company shut down those rumors. That's good to know. So that's all BS. And although they revealed R3 had missed recent revenue targets by a significant margin. Okay, so I appreciate the transparency, and they did release the latest version of its Corda blockchain called Corda Enterprise. So very cool. I think there's an extremely bright future. Again, their consortium has a massive amount. Basically, the board of directors, I believe it's 80% of the board of directors of R3 are on Swift, and they're maintaining their piece of the pie. So pretty cool article, so thank you for the share. Next up, Ganesh Hiramath, and I'm sorry if I butchered that name, sir, but thank you for the share. And it says, a global real-time gross settlement, RTGS system, X-Current. Please read this article without missing. This is what Ripple's Indian partner, FSS, has written on their website. And again, we can go right here and kind of check out their, that's another article actually below that Crypto Ginger shared for us. But really quick, just to look at their website, we see, and ignore this date, that's just something you can click on, May 2013. This is all recent. So we got XCurrent, a global real-time gross settlement system. XCurrent enables banks to process, clear, and settle transactions with increased speed, transparency, and efficiency across RippleNet's global footprint of banks and payment providers. Works 24/7, opens the door for new types of innovation. And this will be essential in India. And again, this was shared just the other day. So of course, with all the news with XCurrent and all of the banks of India, this is great news. And again, the Crypto Ginger took the liberty to share this link as well. So let's not forget about this. XCurrent 4.0, enabling their customers to integrate XRP-powered XRapid payment system. XCurrent is used to facilitate instant and inexpensive cross-border transactions, as we can see here. And again, this is what I wanted to emphasize, just to be transparent with you guys and set true expectations. This is not a hype channel. This is an investment channel in digital assets. So XCurrent uses a blockchain messaging system. After the upgrade, the system can be integrated with XRP-powered XRapid, which will facilitate cross-border remittances, providing banks and FIs on-demand liquidity utilizing XRP. Now, Schwartz, the CTO of Ripple, believes that it will be tough to encourage Ripple's customers to upgrade to XCurrent 4.0. So they're trying to encourage them. They're going to put the best option in eventually as regs come, regulations. That's what's going to happen because of efficiency. Competition will drive this innovation. So therefore, the firm is working hard on its initiation. He also said that upgrading to XCurrent is a complex process. So they're still working on it. So 4.0 is live. We're working to get all customers upgraded, but it's a complex process. Multi-hop, XRapid support, much easier peering, and a much easier customer integration process are the major new features of this XCurrent 4.0. Now again, as the CTO, he cannot give too much positive news, because then us as XRP investors would hop in, the price would spike, and everyone would view XRP as a security, which it is not. So again, they are always very vague. Notice how they'll try to, discuss and make announcements for the community, but it's not solely for XRP holders. It is for their clientele. They owe us nothing. We're simply riding this train and benefiting from it. So that's why you often get, no, it's not like hype news from, Justin Sun. All right. Next up, Christine Lagarde. And for those of you that don't know, she's the managing director and chairwoman of the International Monetary Fund since 2011. Now, this summary shared by Feel Good Now, thank you, and originally shared by Cryptopolis. Basically, she's just talking that fintechs such as Ripple have been having tons of collaboration with major central banks in terms of cross-border payments. What fintechs do you think are involved? I'll give you a hint. She literally just says Ripple in this video, so go check this out. And she says, think of the transformation of money that we see today migrating towards a digital economy, like e-money, electric money. She says cryptocurrencies, and she says such as Ripple, so I guess, referring to the entire company as well, are fighting for a spot in the cashless world by offering quicker and cheaper settlement. And then she talks about central banks designing their own central bank digital currency, CBDC, so users' identities will be recorded privately. AML and terrorist financing controls would still run in the background. However, they could always lift the veil of anonymity when needed to do so. Now, she says it's good for users, bad for criminals. And again, I'm not saying I agree with any of these methods or regulations, but I just want to paraphrase and show you what's being discussed today. All right, and lastly, to finish things off, shared by Stuart XRP. Thank you for this. This was on July 11th, 2019. Mark Carney, BOE, is the Bank of England. This gentleman is the governor of the Bank of England, and he's addressing Libra and stablecoins. So as you can see here, way too expensive to do domestic payments and slow. Today, it's far too expensive to send money cross-border. If nothing else, this serves the purpose of raising the bar of expectations of what citizens deserve. So he's not a fan of Libra. He says they need to get their stuff together. Basically, he says there's tons of issues today around the design of the stablecoin. It has to be rock solid and unquestioned before being able to exchange or even, be able to be transferred. He says there's currently basis risks, rebalancing risks that need to be 100% stable before transacting. And along with that, there are a host of issues also around managing and custodying these underlying assets with all of their crazy flows as well. So AML and counterterrorism issues, of course, that's another thing. And this is not something where you can just launch Libra and you learn on the job and keep going. He says this has to be rock solid. It has to be 100% ready. You know exactly what to do in every situation, and it is crystal clear and follows regulations before it is even started. And again, he says he wants to raise the bar and give exactly what the citizens deserve. So it's good to see this. Facebook, again, this whole Libra thing is great news because it is expediting, it is speeding up all of this innovation, and we need this. We need these, we need critique. We need people to come on and, lay the hammer down and know what's right and what's wrong so we can speed up and see who does it best. And that's how the marketplace works. The best service that saves money, that's fastest, that, has the benefits that the customer wants will succeed. And in my opinion, that is XRP 100%. So guys, with that, I know this is a very random video, but just to summarize, we covered David Schwartz talking about micropayments. We talked about basically, replacing payment divisions and solving that problem for the modern day payment divisions in all of these large businesses. Talked about some collaboration with the BIS enabling the digital economy. We talked about R3 discussing IPOs along with how big and significant they are for XRP. In the value because they own a large amount of XRP, and there was a big lawsuit with Ripple. Ripple will focus on the remittance portion, whereas R3 will focus on the transfer of value between real estate, supply chain management, and a few other sectors. I'm blanking on the industries, but basically everything beyond just global remittance and settlement. All right. Talked about Xcurrent 4.0 and just touched on that and the process to get all of the current Ripple clients on that, which will be a matter of time. And luckily we have MoneyGram and using payment providers to go around while we wait for regulatory clarity, which will even expedite since MoneyGram will be saving money. It will incentivize other large money transfer groups such as Western Union to hop on board, adapt or die. And talking about Christine Lagarde and her stance on digital assets, name dropping Ripple as always and saying that they are a fintech that is, extremely ahead of the ball, and she's very close with them, which is great. And then lastly, Mark Carney, just another person, Bank of England, and getting his take on everything. So it's great because they're supporting this. They are acknowledging digital assets. And I'm telling you this, guys, I will be here 5 years from now still saying the same thing. And we're going to see this happen more and more. You can be cynical. You can leave comments and saying that I am full of BS, but we are watching this happen in front of our eyes. And again, this is going to happen with or without me. This is going to happen with or without you. And I believe this is a great opportunity in another huge transfer of wealth, just like we've seen in human society for hundreds of years. Whether it's the railroad, whether it's, the telecom space, whether it's the internet boom, the real estate bubble, there's all these different cycles that happen in society. And now we are seeing the internet of value come to life. I believe we're going to see automation. We're going to see more things in terms of, there's many cycles within cycles. We're going to see, cannabis being big. We're going to see virtual reality, AI, of course, cryptocurrency, you name it. And this is exciting time to be alive, guys. Everything is just snowballing, and I'm very, very excited. And again, I like this too. 12 bullets left. Thank you for sticking to the end. If you were backed or NASDAQ and your sole job is to make your investors and clients money, would you allow a price to take off right before your platform has gone live? No, I didn't think so, because they're going to be capitalizing off those fees. So with that, guys, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next video.